Okay, welcome back to Lesson 86, Evaluation with Signed Numbers. We're in Saxon's second edition of Algebra 1/2. Evaluation means that we're going to probably put numbers in place of a variable, and then we're going to simplify. Alright, this one just says simplified. So we're going to use our rules that we've learned about signed numbers and addition and multiplication and everything, and what we know about order of operations to solve this problem. Well, we know that this 2 is going to have to distribute over this -4, and we get a -8. And these two here are side by side, no sign in between, so they are also going to multiply, and 2 negatives is going to equal a positive. Then I'm just going to bring down this that's in the middle. So I have -8 minus 3 minus 18, or -8 plus -3 plus -18. We're adding all the way across, and the answer is going to be a -29. Okay, this says evaluate, and we have x's and y's, but we're given a value, so we're going to evaluate using the value of x and y. So x is equal to -2 and y is equal to -4. So here in place of this x, I'm going to put -2 because the negative goes with the 2. And here in place of this x, I'm going to put -2, and in place of this y, I'm going to put -4. Then I'm going to work it out. Alright, -2, but this negative here is going to distribute over that, so negative is +2. These two guys are going to have to multiply by each other because there's no sign in between those parentheses. So -2 times -4 is +8, but then we have this that is going to come down, and we're going to have 2 minus 8, or 2 plus -8, for an answer of -6. Okay, let's do another. Alright, evaluate -a minus x times a. X is equal to -3, a is equal to +2. Now, it is extremely important that when you substitute in the values, that you put them in parentheses, okay, so that you can keep all these other signs straight. A is equal to 2. So I've got 2 here in the place of a, but this is going to stay, okay? This is going to stay. But x is equal to -3, so it's going to go in its own parentheses, and here a again is equal to 2. So order of operations says that -3 and +2 are going to have to multiply together, and that would give us a -6. And this guy is going to distribute over this 2 to give us -2. But then we've got this negative, so we could say -2 minus the opposite of 6, which is +6. So -2 plus 6 gives us a +4. Okay, let's evaluate. AB minus A. A is -2, B is 3. Alright, A, I'm going to put -2, and B is 3, minus, again, you've got to put it in parentheses or you'll get these signs mixed up. -2 times 3 is -6, and here we have the opposite of -2 is +2. -6 plus 2 gives us -4. And B, x minus xy. X is -3, so I'm going to put -3 here, minus another -3, y is negative 2. Okay, so here I'm going to multiply these two guys together. Negative times negative is positive 6. And here I've got negative 3. I'm going to bring this guy down. Negative 3 minus 6 is negative 9. Alright, now here in this one it's going to be especially important that I make sure I put it in parentheses. I've got a negative here on the outside. I'm going to put that down. And for x, parentheses, negative 3. Y is negative 2 minus negative 3. Alright, so negative 3 times negative 2 is 6. This is going to come back and attach. This is the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Negative 6 and positive 3 is negative 3. Good job. I'll see you next time for lesson 87.